It's the 16th edition of the Melbourne Derby here in the Liberty A-League from Casey Fields as Melbourne Victory seek to square the ledger and draw level in Derby wins with their crosstown rivals. Well, if there's a time to do it for Victory, the time is now, with Jeff Hopkins' side on a 5-game unbeaten run after some early season stumbles. It's a matchup that served plenty of excitement last year, namely Hannah Wilkinson's setting the single goals in a game record with 5-star performance and 5 goals at Amy Park. The Kiwi is still searching for her first of the campaign and to fill the void left by Maria Rojas, who is absent due to being on national team duty with Chile. It's been a tough schedule for Dario Vidicic, and let's see how his side line up for their third game in 8 days. After bouncing back midweek against Adelaide United, he's forced to make a few changes. Matilda Carly Rossbacken is in for her first start of the season after returning from injury. Julia Grosso is expected to play in a more advanced role after that inclusion, and due to some squad rotation, thanks to their tight schedule, they're still without Maria Rojas as she continues her duties with Chile after being awarded the Liberty A-League Player of the Month award for December. As for Jeff Hopkins, some big inclusions after being forced to make some makeshift solutions over the past few weeks. New Zealand international Claudia Bunge returns to the centre of defence alongside Kayla Morrison, with the latter recently having her visa approved. She's now exempt from the visa exclusions. Rika Madsen starts up top in the absence of top goal scorer Melina Ayres, the Danish international, still hunting for her first goal of the season. There is Dario Vidicic, their third game in 3 states, 3 cities. There's Alex Smith as well, the American, the former Wellington Phoenix player as well. Good assistance for Dario Vidicic in his first head coaching gig, taking over from his father, Rado Vidicic, who takes the men's duties. Georgia Ghirardello leading the officiating crew for this afternoon. Danielle Anderson, Emma Cockbeck and Shab Rashan assisting. There is Jeff Hopkins, most successful Liberty A-League coach of recent years, certainly, but his side struggling in front of goal. Just 11 goals scored, and 5 of them unavailable today in the form of Melina Ayres. Some changes made. Leah Blaney, Carly Rossbacken in the side for her first start. What an inclusion that is for Dario Vidicic. As we are underway in the Melbourne Derby, in the Liberty A-League, has never ended in a draw. Will that change today? Melbourne City with 8 wins across the period. 7 for Melbourne Victory as they seek to square the ledger here at Casey Fields. And a big challenge for Melbourne Victory, who really come in fantastic form into this game. Leah Blaney.
They certainly do, and you can see just in terms of the squad selection, I anticipate goals today. Both sides coming out with very offensive squads in terms of their personnel, and it'll be interesting to see how City really try and overload and dominate that central midfield where we know Victory are dangerous.
Claudia Bunge, a massive inclusion as well. Another New Zealand international. She'll be marked up by a compatriot in Hannah Wilkinson. Plenty to deal with. Hannah Wilkinson scoring 5 goals at Amy Park last campaign, a record-setting innings. In the Liberty A-League, Julia Grosso, the American, playing in a more advanced role today. Policina standing over it has been so sensational this year. Hannah Wilkinson rising, held onto by Dumont, who may have had nightmares from last season, but's not phased there. Looks to be a relatively good surface to start proceedings here. Grosso goes around Jessica Nash. Grosso still going. Policina, 4 goals this campaign, dispossessed by Alana Murphy, the youngster. Chidiac on her 24th birthday. Starting proceedings, Torpy in behind now, and Dumont brave off her line. Checker, the captain, looking to lift one out wide for Grosso. Grosso now. Policina striking from range now and just going wide. The Apia Leichhardt start.
And these are the positions this Melbourne City squad want to get in. You can see the higher positioning of Grosso there and the ability for Checker to just clip that ball over the top and bypass that Victory midfield. If City are able to create these opportunities and take up these kind of spaces, then we will see continued attacks on goal from the City side.
Murphy. Chidiac with her back to goal, but manages to keep it for the victory. Privatelli trying to get past Grosso, does well, does Privatelli. It's unable to forge a true opportunity, and the strike now for Alana Murphy, can't hit the target. Hannah Wilkinson really struggling this campaign after coming back from injury.
Definitely, and when we see the return of Holly McNamara, that's going to add a whole new dimension to this Melbourne City side. But in terms of Wilkinson, and especially how City is set up today, she's not going to want to be isolated, so she's going to need quick support around her. She's going to need to hold up the football and then make sure she's intelligent in her positioning central for this City side today.
And it's one back. Chidiac striking, birthday present for Alex Chidiac. Just creeps in despite Melissa Barbieri getting a hand to it. And happy birthday, blow out the candles, Alex Chidiac. Her third of the campaign. 3 goals, 3 assists. And what a moment.
And that's a fantastic strike by Chidiac. She's anticipated the poor touch there by City. And in terms of Alex Chidiac on her left foot, 9 times out of 10, that's going in.
You reckon she woke up this morning saying, I don't need $1 or a gift card to JB Hi-Fi. I don't need a Rebel Sport gift voucher. This is all I want.
She's a footballer and she's got winning mentality. I'm sure she wakes up every game day that way.
Nash. Privatelli in a bit of a tangle there with Katie Bowen. Comes away from it, and Beattie Goat striking but blocked by Leah Davidson. Low driven and wide by a mile. She's currently second on the table. Melbourne Victory in 4th. And a struggling Adelaide United hot on the tail. Melbourne City with the opportunity to go top of the league with a win today. As well, it must be said, to leapfrog Western United.
Sure is, Cam, and we knew going into this game a lot of the build-up play from Victory was going to go through Kellen Knight.
Grosso. Big challenge from Chidiac, still going. City. Julia Grosso with something to say about it. Torpy. Sloppy at the back from Victory to turn it over. City unable to pounce as of yet. The tail of these early stages of the match. Checker. Out wide. Torpy first time. Policina linking up with Torpy. And Casey Gibbon able to hang on with ease.
And again, that's really nice link-up play by this Melbourne City side.
And this challenge here from Chidiac, just launching in there.
And I think that's the story of playing as a number 10 in terms of dribbling and then potentially losing it and looking to recover it straight away by Chidiac.
Working effortlessly there. Probably lose it as a 10 go. Oh no, get it back. Unable to do so there, but doesn't give away the foul in the end. Torpy in for Policina. Alana Murphy coming across the body there. No penalty given, and well done by Alana Murphy. After all that, the long-time Victory fan. She's been a fan since she was 5 or 6, and we'll have another look back at it here, Leah Blaney.
Clever little reverse pass in there by Caitlin Torpy, who probably goes underrated in this City side in terms of what she adds to the build-up. In terms of Murphy's recovery, look, I think excellent recovery. I don't think it's a penalty.
We've seen some controversial decisions over the last few days as well, especially abroad in the English Premier League, the Manchester Derby as well. Different situation here, but Torpy winning it back. Torpy threaded through for Wilkinson first time, blocked brilliantly that time and brought down is Wilkinson. by Beattie Goad. And Jessica Nash back into action and out of defence for victory.
And that's fantastic positioning and cover provided by Jessica Nash there for her side.
I believe she made the block as well and able to get back up. We'll have another look at that challenge before. Perhaps a little bit of something in there. Either way, the show goes on.
So if she can secure the football, she's a tall, strong girl. It shouldn't be an issue for her, and we'll see a lot more successful link play involving her.
We'll see how Daria Vidicic and Melbourne City adjust at half-time. There's still time for them to get back in the game before the break. Garlich. Chinema does well to evade Madsen. Garlich now looking to deliver towards the back post. Rising is Grosso and can't hit the target.
And that's a great delivery by Garlich, who's probably looking for a fourth assist of the season. In terms of Grosso, a little bit early with her run. The timing has her in a position where she's almost backpedaling before she receives the ball, and she's just got to head down and head that on target.
Really awkward position as well. As Jamont goes long. Policina. Wilkinson, that's what we want to see from her. Garlich threading through for Torpy, cuts inside, laying it off for Wilkinson, and they level it. Just what we said before, the hold-up play, creating opportunities, and Hannah Wilkinson gets her first goal of the campaign. She got 5 against them last campaign, and she gets 1 today.
And that's an excellent little bit of build-up play. As you can see, Daniela Garlich, the weight of the pass to Torpy. We're mentioning Caitlin Torpy's name again in the build-up. Fantastic little square pass. Great decision not to shoot there and bring in her teammates. And I've said it, been a bit harsh on Hannah Wilkinson maybe at the start of the game, but she's just scored a goal and she's just done exactly what she's here to do.
And the game has sprung to life. Ghirardello, the referee, just getting in the way there. Smiles about it. Will reset things. However, a Melbourne victory looking to build back up. Kellen Knight. Goad. Madsen laying it off. Murphy able to retreat and recover. Jessica Nash. The delivery is good for Madsen. She rises, steers it goal bound, but is saved in a collision late with Naomi Chinema, and a little bit of concern from Georgia Ghirardello. Medical staff directly called onto the field as we have another look back at it here.
It's a great delivery by Nash. It's well weighted. It's into the path of Mazden there.
Looks like she will be okay. However, Torpy has played such a key role in this game. Davidson. Lovely play on by Wilkinson. Torpy trying to make her breakthrough. Beattie Goad bearing down, and Policina goes down, but the ball makes its way out. Plenty of protest there as we edge towards half-time. And now the strike from Rika Madsen hits the woodwork and almost was a sensational maiden Liberty A-League goal, but denied by the crossbar. Back in now. And Barbieri at sea for that one. Not punished, however.
It would have been a tremendous strike by Madsen had that gone in, and Barbieri caught just slightly high off her line there in that moment.
Sure, she wasn't expecting this one. So we had another look back on the replay. Almost looping over her then. And thankfully for Melissa Barbieri, doesn't make its way in. Chidiac, the lone goal scorer for Melbourne victory. Alana Murphy striking from range and low, driven hard into the arms of Melissa Barbieri. Just 2 appearances away from raising the bat, getting her 100th Liberty A-League game. Chinema. Such a good strike from Rika Madsen. Probably one of the brightest moments we've seen from her so far in the league. Melbourne Victory's newest visa signings struggling perhaps in their opening. And it is half-time here at Casey Fields, all level in the Melbourne Derby, a game that has never ended in a draw. Will both sides be able to pick themselves up off the canvas and get back into the ascendancy? It ends at half-time. Melbourne City 1, Melbourne Victory 1. But we are back underway in the second stanza here at Casey Fields in the Liberty A-League. The Melbourne Derby as Melbourne City hosts Melbourne Victory. As it's all square at the break, plenty to do. Melbourne City really controlling the tempo throughout the first half. Campbell Johnson and Leah Blaney in commentary had all the runnings of the possession throughout the first half and were just able to get one towards the back end there.
They certainly were, and I think I touched on this at the end of the half. I think the second half is about each side looking to break down the narrow and compactness of each other. I'd like to see Melbourne City potentially go around a lot more. It is difficult for them to play through, or potentially players just receiving the ball off the shoulders in between the lines there. On the other side, for this Melbourne Victory side, I'd like to see them break forward at greater speed and with more numbers in those transition moments.
In a great position to deliver. Hannah Wilkinson will no doubt be the target. Garlich, edge of the box. Doesn't sit up for Leah Davidson. She's able to win it back off Alex Chidiak and give City another opportunity to move forward. But Casey Jamont able to read it best. Melbourne City side. It's a side that are so successful and play such brilliant football that you often mistake their age, and it's turned away. Privatelli pouncing now, falls for Chinema, who's able to clear. Perhaps had more time than she thought. Just finds a space. Had no teammate. Naomi Chinema panicking a little bit there, and the ball given away way too cheaply by Melbourne City. Nash. Policina wins it, driving forward now. Kellen Knight retreating. Policina goes down, play on is the call. Wilkinson driving towards the byline, looks to cut it back, cleared by Morrison, the American. Had her visa status approved earlier in the week. Policina, Garlich, Grosso. Delivering now too deep for Hannah Wilkinson, and the offside flag goes up eventually. Garlich, cut out by Morrison. Chinema, turning towards the sideline there. He's able to find a teammate. Torpy, striking from range and into the arms of Jamont, perhaps looking for Hannah Wilkinson. Playing throughout New South Wales. The strike now from Melbourne Victory, just going wide. An attempting effort. Melbourne Victory starting to build their way into this game. The delivery now, headed away by Hannah Wilkinson. Kellen Knight back inside for Victory. And I hope Rika Mountain has her Apple Watch or Fitbit on. She'll be getting her steps up, that's for sure. Out wide now. Murphy in, off the head. The chance for Privatelli, blocked. Rika Madsen and Naomi Chinema able to sweep, but gives it away way too cheaply. Rika Madsen, the Danish international, tees it up, and it is cleared in the end. Melbourne City under the cosh, under the pressure in this second half.
They certainly are, and in terms of their ability to block shots and scramble, Melbourne City are doing an excellent job. It's that first pass out of pressure that they need to do better with and secure that football and then look to build. Brilliant
Stop by Julia Grosso, but then Naomi Chinema just aimless in the box where really you can't afford to be. As Murphy delivering once again finds its way to Rika Madsen of Claudia Bunge. Melissa Barbieri, thankful I'm sure. Wilkinson marked up by Kayla Morrison. Now, Grosso, the American. Can she go off her weak foot? Does this time towards the back post. Blissett keeps it in play but doesn't challenge Casey Dumont. Now at her third Liberty A-League club after playing for Canberra and Sydney FC. The ball in from Blissett. Sits up for Garlich. The strike from McKenna blazes over the bar, but not far off, and you thought for a moment you'd have a sensational go-ahead goal.
And just notice how well Garlich does there to bring that ball down and lay the ball off selflessly to McKenna. In terms of McKenna, she's just got to lean over it. I love that with her non-dominant foot, she's confident to get that ball on target.
This game not shy of action. That's brilliant from Katie Bowen. City, Blissett inside. Garlich, can the youngster, the 16-year-old, stand up for City? Grosso. Off the left, Grosso off the woodwork, falls for Policina and almost for the American wingback. Wow. Julia Grosso hits the woodwork and Casey Dumont's frame lives a charmed life.
And that's an excellent strike by Grosso. Notice the scramble back of Bunge to get herself in a good position. Actually makes it difficult for Policina there to get something on it. It's probably a one-touch finish by Policina with the head in that moment.
Well, she stands over it now. The corner. Delivers. Can City get one floating towards for an Olympico almost, but cleared. We saw Alex Chidiac on the other side of proceedings get one earlier in this year. Delivers. Drifting goal bound, almost on goal by Bunge. And the New Zealand international and making an impact. Malone, contact that keeps going. McKenna does really well. McKenna striking just wide. And all the action in the Melbourne Derby here in the Liberty A-League. Beatty Goad delivers. Headed up by Morrison. And away that time by Checker. Still alive for victory. It has to be now. Beatty Goad. Lifted in behind. Kayla Morrison. Driving it goal bound. Offside was the call. Can City get one last opportunity? One last attacking foray? That is full time, and the first ever draw in the Melbourne Derby in the Liberty A-League is here at Casey Fields, as goals to Alex Chidiac despite a late flurry of chances both ways. It ends at Casey Fields. Melbourne City 1, Melbourne Victory 1.